war, 10 seasons of pride. Every team that fell, every dream that survived. Now history waits at the edge of the night. What community cup will belong to one side? Season is finals. Raise the fire to the sky and move Crusaders, back alley brawlers. One will rise, one will fall, one will answer the call. Season is finals. One league, one cup, one champion. Champion!
What is going on, everybody? My name is Shawnahue99, and it is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. And that means one thing, and one thing only, that tonight is different. The regular season gone. Just in the wind. It's just out of here. The standings don't matter. The predictions, the power rankings, everything. Months ago, 20 teams set out with the same goal. Hundreds of games played, rivalries created, stories made throughout the entire season, hearts broken, and the season came to an end. From there, one by one fell. 20 became 16, 16 became 8, 8 became 4, and now only 2 teams remain. The Anbu Crusaders, the Back Alley Brawlers. Full apologies for calling you guys the Brick City Brawlers earlier. I was very high. 2 teams, 1 series, 1 championship. Everything that has happened so far this season has led up to this very moment. Every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every clutch performance, every Game 7 has brought us down to this very point. The pressure has never been higher. There's no second chances. There's no future rounds to look forward to. There's no more who's going to play who. There's no safety net. It's all on the line starting tonight. Every shift matters. Every possession matters. Every mistake amplified in the VVHL Season 10 Finals. Puck drop starts tonight. 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. The energy has been electric throughout here the entire time, and we are ready to bring you some of the best action that the VVHL has to offer. Welcome, everybody. I cannot wait for this series to get going. Luckily, we got 2 absolute beauties with us here right now. Maybe 3. Mikey, hurry. Fucking ass up. Jesus fucking Christ. Now I got to scroll.
You do have 3.
Oh, you are here. All right, well, let's start things off. He's barrel-aged. He's a superhero. It's Master of Disaster. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us here tonight.
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate the invite.
Hey, thanks for joining us here. Dan, unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight. He's got some congestion going on there. He's been working hard getting things ready for Season 11. I can't wait to talk about that more later, but tonight it's still all about Season 10, and this guy knows it, Mr. Barrel-Aged Superhero. He has been with us the whole season. How you doing, buddy? I can't believe it. We're here. It's happening. It all starts tonight.
It feels like it started yesterday, honestly. Maybe not yesterday, maybe like 3 weeks ago. It just doesn't feel like the season has really run its course yet, but here we are in the finals, and I know that I definitely didn't have this one in my in my guess before the playoffs started as the matchup that it would be, but I'm very interested to see what this matchup can deliver for us because it's very contrasting based on the way things have turned out in prior series. So looking forward to what we're going to be in store for, but also maybe a peek back to how we got here.
I don't want to say that tonight's a big deal, but we did receive an email from G. Bettman at NHL.com saying, "Can't believe you guys started your finals on the same night. That's BS, bro." I was like, "Fuck you, Gary. Shut up. Mike knows about this. Mike, tell everybody how you doing, buddy."
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped for tonight. I had Gary over for. I call him Gary. I had him over for our annual commissioners dinner. Us commissioners of all types of hockey leagues get together and we feast on the tears of our enemies, and we were discussing it, man. But I'll tell you what, I don't think anyone cares about Vegas Golden Knights and the Carolina Hurricanes, especially since Montreal Canadiens are out of it. But you know what people do care about? The back alley brawlers, and they care about the Amber Crusaders. And for what to go off of what BA said, for that team to come out of that conference that included both I'm doing the Sin City Snipers again, Jesus. The South Beach Snipers and the Crease Police, for them to be the team that came out of it was a bit of a shock. I don't think it was a surprise per se, but yeah, they're battle tested and ready for this moment.
I do have to send out one more heartfelt apology to the back alley brawlers because it was like an hour and a half ago, and I was like, I'm going to send out the big post, where you got the stream going on. Guess what, everybody? Biggest night of the season, Ambu Crusaders versus the Brick City Brawlers. And White Castle's like, yeah, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
And also, if I may, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you, but you got me really good. Yeah, you got me really good with the he's barrel age. He's a superhero. It's a disaster, dude. That was well played. I just want to make sure you got your flowers for that. That's great.
Just a little curveball.
That was a smooth intro.
Oh, guys, it's going to be such a good night. I can't wait. I mean, the only regret I have from this season so far is using all my cliche sayings because I'm going to use them again because I mean them. I sincerely mean it when I say that this genuinely feels like the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. Like, what do you get when you get Mewtwo and ISO and all of them going up against Stefano, White Castle? Like, just the contrast in play styles that we're going to see from the top lines. We're going to talk about everybody soon here. But, I mean, we're not going to jump into predictions or anything yet. You know what? I'm going to pull back on the reins on a little bit. Let's take a quick look at how both teams got here, and then we are going to break down this matchup. Starting off... Oops. Hold on. We'll be going into that soon. Additional images. There we go. That's the one. Hey, before we get into that, every Monday, it's a must listen. It's Mikey Diesel, Between the Whistles. He's been killing it. The numbers have been great. You guys have been loving him. All the listeners keep coming back. Great job again this week, Mikey. And already looking forward to next Monday.
Oh, shit. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's always a blast. Thank you all.
He's been killing it. But to start things off in the Crunch division, Anbu kicked things off 12-1, 10-3, 8-6. Losing 8-1 and then a 6-3 victory over the Angry Birds. And that was an Angry Birds that came into the playoffs hot. BA, I mean, I think we kind of knew that Anbu was going to be one of the teams to watch head into the playoffs, but they solidified that they were the top of the top in this opening series.
No, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, I'd say the most surprising thing is that score of how they lost to the Angry Birds in the game that they lost. Nothing against the Angry Birds. It's just Ambu, no matter how you slice it, is always a high-scoring team, always a capable team on the offensive end. But yeah, this was somewhat expected, but it was still a good battle.
Through, and it didn't get any easier for them heading into the second round. A quick 3-0 lead, followed by the Invasion forcing a Game 7. Reversal of fortunes from Tuesday to Wednesday, but Anbu coming out on top line against top line. Disaster. We saw JG, Scheif, and Mike. We know what those guys can do.
Oh, yeah.
Anbu just took him to task.
I honestly think this was one of my favorite series in the playoffs this season so far. Just the way that Ambu like adjusted after the first period, after the invasion took a lead, and they came back to take that win and go into the finals within their own division. And I think that really solidified Ambu's place in this division.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Highlighting game 5. Game 5. 2-1 win by the Invasion. Absolute craziest game I think we saw all playoffs. With all the skill out there, for it to be a 2-1 game in the end, absolutely blew my mind. And then in the next round, they had a battle back and forth, not without its controversy for sure, but Anbu still coming out on top. Mikey, I mean, it was a 2-1 game. 2-1 series heading into Wednesday, and then Ambu just showed the high-powered offense that they can provide.
Yeah, man, you can hear me, right? I don't have any echo or anything. Is that me?
Nope,
Oh,
you're
good. Okay. Want to make sure I wasn't muted. Yeah, this this series was marred in controversy for sure, but it just after the Soul Reapers got through their round, I didn't think they'd have this much of a problem with Anbu, but this was Anbu more or less kind of had their way with them. A couple tight games per se on Tuesday night, but Wednesday night they were ready to close out that series, and they did so in pretty good fashion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Flipping things over to the Surge division. How about those egg farmers popping back up in the news? They had a great series here. I mean, they started off strong, 9-2 to start the series. All of a sudden, 5-2, they're up 2. And then the back alley brawlers came through, powered them through the rest of the way. Quick 4 wins, getting them on to that next round. BA, I think the Brawlers kind of just took center stage immediately by taking down, like this was the 4-5 matchup, I believe, taking down a team as strong as the Egg Farmers to really set the tone.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. This was a series where early on, it definitely looked like we were going to see the Egg Farmers, a team that definitely knows playoff success with certain players on that team. Certain players are even named Playoff X because of their name. And it's just the way that they play, and that's why we name them those names. And the way that the Brawlers have been playing, I mean, there's so many names that can be associated like that. They have played so well throughout the entire playoffs. But just like you said, for them to show up in the initial series and play the way that they did against such a well-known few players is quite a sentiment to how well they played and how good they are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And things did not get any easier for them in the next round because we had exactly what Anbu had in their round, or in their second round. A quick 3-0 series lead. Tuesday going really well for the Brawlers. All of a sudden, Crease Police weren't the best team in the league for no reason. They come back 5-2, 7-1, 7-2. to force that Game 7. And in Game 7, I think we just saw another level from these back alley brawlers. Disaster, how did they get through the league's best team?
Honestly, it's the chem between Stefano and Castle at the top, and then Ascend. He hasn't really gotten talked a lot about this season, but he fits with those boys so well, and their defense is what allowed them to adjust that Game 7, as we saw on Livewire just a few weeks ago, and that's what caused them to drive their offense to be able to win.
Yeah, I hate to sound like a broken record with Ascend, but he is a phenomenal defenseman. And what I like about his game is I remember looking up his stats originally and seeing like 1,400 assists or something like that and 200 goals. And I was like, oh yeah, this guy's moving that puck, and he knows his bread and butter is A, moving the puck, and then B, really good play around that. And that's exactly what he does. When you got White Castle and Stefano to move that puck to, you just watch those points come flying in. The next round, my goodness, Mikey, you were with us here last week when we called this one. What a crazy series. Brawlers, snipers, ending in 5 was crazy. But again, there's one thing that we're seeing from both of these teams, and that's that game 7 or like game closeout game kind of mentality to close to get the job done. 4-3, 5-4, then 9-2 after 2 very, very close games. Snipers taking game 4, 5-3, looked like they were going to turn that tide, and then bam, the big dogs came in 8-1. Mike, how did the Brawlers only let the Snipers get one?
Consistency, skill, chemistry. I mean, you'll remember in the admin chat, I think Caustic had a couple problems with matching the lines as he was hoping to do it for this playoff run, or a couple other things that could have went either way. And I just think that that little air of uncertainty and lack of kind of the consistency that they've had all season with a little bit different look of lines is kind of what did them in. And like you said, the closeout games here, it was a gentleman's sweep, but it also ended in a mercy, much like the Soul Reapers and the Anbu series did. They came out they came out not looking to waste any more time, because if you let the South Beach Snipers get to a game 6, there's a very high probability that a team like that is going to be able to force a game 7 and overtake you. So Back Alley did the right thing. They rolled out their top guys. They went for the throat. It was a big risk, because if they faltered, they would have had to come back with their second line, but they didn't have to do it. They overcame South Beach, and they're moving on to the championship, and hats off to them.
Yes, sir. And there's a pattern that we've kind of been seeing along everything, is that there's a couple of very close games, then there's a blowout, there's a bit of a bounce back, and then just the final blow comes to put their opponent down. We've seen that on both sides here. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out in the finals. Let's take a look at both teams heading into tonight's games. For the Anbu Crusaders, ISO and Mewtwo have been the sticks that have been stirring their drink, 79 and 74 points respectively. I'm going to retire if he has more playoff points than I had regular season points, and I want everyone to know that now. I'm not going to do it, but it's going to hurt my feelings a whole lot. What an absolute crazy season they've been having. Prime G Funk, no slouch there, 43 points, 29 goals. The Anbu Crusaders are 1 goal away from 3 30-goal scorers heading into the finals. J-Men Fish, no slouch, a lot of assists there, putting up some points. Thrasher Fan and Hawks, it hasn't gone well for him so far, but you know what? There's no better time to flip that script around, to get things going, than the finals. And Annette, Bosa, Canty. Bosa's been leading the way, 9-1. Canty, great rebound in the last series, 230 save percentage for Bosa. We're probably going to be seeing him a whole lot, unless Avail gets into it in some way. And we'll talk about the excellent goaltending that the Brawlers have been getting again. But BA, let's start with yourself. I mean, you can't say ISO, you can't say Mewtwo. Who's your unsung hero right now of this team?
I'll go with J-Man Fish. J-Man Fish has stepped up a few different times in a few different series, and he's played quite well. So I would say, in a time where the core players that you would anticipate would be scoring and doing what they need to do came into play. If it wasn't them, it would be J-Man Fish, and he did that as recently as this series, where I think he had a game where he had 5 or 6 goals. So I would definitely point to J-Man Fish, but that's on the ice, and otherwise I think Bosa should always get love and credit for the way that he's played throughout the playoffs.
Yes, sir. And Dan makes a good point in the chat there. Shout out to Infinite Madison Nash for the graphics, man. Both these guys knocking it out of the park this season, making this job easy. Just here's a pretty image. Here's another pretty image. Here's another one. They have absolutely killed it. So shout out Infinite and Nash. You guys absolutely rock. Appreciate it. Shout out Dan for that intro song too, man. That was awesome. I think it's playing in the background right now too. I can't hear it myself, but I know it's there somewhere on stream. Mike, let's go to you on this one here. Bosa 9-1, a 230 save percentage, and an 810. Just off of that alone, that's kind of a dumb question. I want to take that back. But what I'm trying to say is, what do you think? That's a really dumb question. You know what? Thrasher Fan and Hawks, what are those guys going to have to do to get some points on the board and really, really, really solidify their Rudy story at the end of this one here.
Yeah, I like Bosa. Good, yes? Question mark.
Yeah, I was like, hey, this guy with amazing stats. Do you think he'll do good?
Hey, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I am going to go back to that because, again, we're going to be talking unstoppable force, immovable object. The 230 GAA and 810 save percentage of Bosa combined with the fantastic play he's been getting in front of him, that's going to be going up against Stefano and White Castle right down Main Street all night. What do you think we're going to see when those two forces collide?
I think we're going to have to see the best defender. They're going to have to go with their best defender to couple that with their best goalie when they see that line, if they can try and match that line. Now, we're a league that doesn't have playoff lines posted or anything like that, so it's a bit of a guessing game and a chess match with these guys as well. But yeah, if I was them, I would make sure that your strongest defensive player is in front of Bosa, so you just have that double advantage with the level of skill that's making its way down the ice in their offensive zone.
Flipping to the other side, the back alley brawlers. Again, they've got more of a three-headed hydra than a two-headed right up your ass attack that Anbu has. But Stefano leading the charge. No. Stefano with 69 points. White Castle right behind him with 68 and Ascend with 54. Again, this three-headed hydra of the Brawlers has been absolutely killing it. And you know what? Let's leave Mike and BA. We'll go to you two guys on this one. Each one of you take either Stefano or White Castle and tell me why they're the guy to watch over the other.
Who would like against each other?
Yeah, I mean, Johnny.
Yeah, Mike, you're Stefano.
Yes.
BA, you're White Castle. You get 15 seconds each to tell us why you're the best.
All right, I'm going to go first. I'm the best because I'm Stefano. I'm slippery. I can do everything and anything needed. I can score goals. I have 39 of them. I also have 30 assists to go with it. Total of 69 points. I'm just slippery. I find my way in front of the net. I always find my way to the back of the net. And I'm levitating and spinning around at center ice, selling the goals that I get. That's why I'm the biggest playmaker on the Brawlers here.
I just want to start my argument with the fact that I'm also pretty sure that I also levitate into the air when I score a goal. So not sure how much of an advantage that may be, but it is cool that it happens. And I'll say, as great as Stefano is as a scorer, I mean, how do you think that happens? That happens with some great facilitation by White Castle. You know, he's got 38 assists and to go with 30 goals, and he's a little bit better and more efficient of a passer. And he's also somebody who's he got 90 hits. He's a very effective defensive weapon as well. So it's just somebody that you have to watch out for at all ends of the ice. I feel like for White Castle, obviously because it's force hockey, but also at the same time, White Castle is just somebody who's capable in a variety of ways.
Sean, is this the part of the show where we just start yelling and screaming at each other like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless now?
Yeah, it is my turn. It is my turn to talk. I have listened to everything you guys have had to say. It is my turn.
I went to Stanford. That means my opinion is better than yours.
You're no Michael Jeffrey Jordan, all right? So, but you know what? As Disaster off the top rope, tell me why Ascend is the one to watch over those two guys. I'll be right back.
So, Ascend, I think he's got more of a little bit of unsung shine to him. He's done everything defensively that you could ask your defenseman to do in front of a goalie. And the way he rotates with those boys, he may not have, all the goals that Stefano or Castle has, but you look at those assists, he's right up there with them. And I mean, he's facilitating the puck to those boys for them to be able to get it to one another and score. Plus, on top of that, he is always back and just helping out his team and helping out his goalie, taking away passes and taking away that cross-crease pass.
46 assists for Ascend. crazy.
Agreed.
That's really the facilitator of the group, to be honest.
Hmm. I mean, you're not going to win games unless you rotate that puck with each other. And the way we've seen Ascend just feed Stefano and Castle in this playoff run has been absolutely ridiculous.
It is going to be a fantastic battle. Gentlemen, we've got 6 minutes before we get to see some amazing hockey. Let's go predictions. BA, start with yourself.
All right. Well, we have been given the gift of so many different 7-game series throughout the playoffs this season. I think this game has the capability, and I say that because I 110% agree with what Shauna Hughes said. This is the unstoppable force, which I will say is the Ambu Crusaders versus the immovable object, which is the back alley Brawlers. So you look at the way that the Brawlers have been able to take teams such as the Crease Police, which has consistently been one of the best regular season performers since they've been around. Same thing with the Snipers, who also have won championships. So to be able to disrupt the offensive flow of teams the way that they have has been incredible in the playoffs. And when you look at what Ambu has the top 2 goal scorers in the playoffs. So what is that matchup going to look like? How is that going to play out? I'm not really 100% sure, and that's why I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. But I think that's why this series has 7-game potential. And honestly, I will say that the goaltending may lean, just the way the playoffs have gone, towards Bosa, but I also know Bosa has been cold because he didn't play much in the last series, if at all. So I think that may play a factor, but if this is going to lean one way or the other, it's going to have to be on one of those teams doing something extra on their end. The Brawlers have been surprising all series long. The Crusaders are the Crusaders. I don't know who to pick, so I keep rambling. So I'm going to go with the Crusaders in 7, I guess.
BA Superhero makes a strong statement. Fuck you, Brawlers. It's fucking Anbu o'clock up in here. I can't believe it. It is my turn. It is my turn to talk. Oh, I've got to dip away for 2 seconds here. Disaster, Mike, which one of these 2 teams is going to be raising a championship arm tomorrow or potentially even Thursday?
Disaster, you start.
So I will agree with BA and both John and Hugh here. I think this is the ultimate, matchup that we could have had this season. To use a different term, I would say probably the gods meet the Titans in an ultimate clash to see who comes out on top. Whereas I think the Crusaders would be the Titans and the Brawlers would be the gods. And if you go back and look at mythology, the gods eventually topple the Titans and take over. I think the Brawlers are going to do it in 7, and it's going to be that combination of Stefano, Castle, and Ascend that's ultimately going to push him to win the cup this season.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for me. I honestly, I don't know if I see any of these teams winning 2 games in a row. And I think that it's going to be a huge momentum boost for whoever wins game 1. It's not going to make game 2 a must win or anything like that, but it is going to start to put pressure on that other team and force that urgency versus being a little relaxed up 1-0. And yeah, I just see them trading wins tonight. I see a 2-1 night. Tomorrow I see a 2-1 night, probably the other way, and we're here Thursday again. Based off past history of our finals, it's just been the way. It seems like every season we have a game 7, and every game 7 of the finals we have overtime. So I'm hoping that's what we get. I'm pretty sure that Shane Hugh 99's wishing for that for their birthday. So we'll have to see if that birthday wish can get delivered to Shane Hugh.
What happened?
What's that?
What happened?
I wish Shamahu a happy birthday, and then I said it's probably their birthday wish to have a seventh game in the series.
I think so. That's what I heard. That is what I heard. Hey,
The word is out.
you go on and make sure the Brawlers and Crusaders go to 7. That doesn't make sense right now, but it will in the future.
Exactly.
Also,
59 seconds away.
6-7.
Yeah.
It looks like we
Why?
need some streams to start across the board here.
Also, Diesel, you didn't say who you think was going to win.
You're right. I didn't. I can't count out Stefano Whitecastle and Bulky and Highborn and company. I'm gonna go Brawlers. I'm gonna go Brawlers in 7, and I really think this is gonna be one of our best. We say it every season, but this is gonna be one of our best finals, and it can only go up from here. And it's just, I can't wait to get this thing going.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, it's so hard to predict what's going to happen in this. Like, especially, I think. Well, I mean, not that it got easy in the last round either, but like, these are the two teams that I always kind of gave the nod towards whenever I was trying to think of which team would win, and now I have no clue which direction to nod to, because they're built so similarly, but their bread and butter is in different areas. It's funny because the areas where these two teams are elite, the other team is also very, very good at it. Like, physicality goes Brawlers, in my opinion. If the Brawlers can really start laying the body, especially on ISO and Mewtwo, I give them the favor. Or also, they are good at the left trigger, being sneaky, things like that, which I give the nod to Anbu for. They are definitely, like, ISO with the puck is insane. So, they get the offensive nod, but at the same time, physicality-wise, they're also very good at throwing the body. So it is going to be a treat for sure. I'm just waiting to see one of these streams start up here. If anybody...
I feel like the Brawlers are a little bit more physical than Anbu. Anbu reminds me of more like that flashy kind of team that's quick and does all the cool tricks and stuff. The Brawlers, much like their name, like Whitecastle's a big hitter, man. He's had me counting how many lights are out on the ceiling plenty of times in the season. So that's the other reason why I like to give them the edge there.
Oh, wait. Did it start here? I think we are getting a game underway. We've got Hawks on the wing. Hold on. Hawks is on the wing, and his... Oh, okay. There we go. We are underway.
If Hawks is,
and here we
Hawks is on the wing.
Go. I have no idea. It looks like it is going to be Stefano, Whitecastle, and Ascend on one side. On the other, we've got J-Men, Fish, Hawks, and I'm not sure who the third person is on this line right now. It's Thrasher Fan. So oh my goodness. Yes, of course. Very, very interesting strategy here, and one we haven't seen in a long time. They are throwing their quote-unquote second line to the Wolves right now. A very hungry top line that has been rolling. If J-Men, Fish, Thrasher Fan, and Hawks can somehow pull this off, they're immediate playoff heroes, because this is a very, very big opportunity for them against a very, very good back alley Brawlers line. And it's Gabish that's in net, right? That's how you say it?
If that's Gabs, yeah.
J-Men, Fish, and Stefano. J-Men, Fish winning that one, and you were saying there, BA, your unsung hero right now of these Anbu Crusaders. Getting it down low. We do see Highborn in net. I'm very excited. I don't know why this made me so absolutely excited, but it's awesome. That's going to be won by the Brawlers. Getting it down. Whitecastle setting up on that right side. Back to Ascend. Back to Castle. That's going to be pushed away by Gabish. Thrasher Fan blocking out Whitecastle. Already full pressure. Gets it across. They score.
Mikey's leading the way so far.
Shauna, can you check your messages real quick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Stefano leading the charge. Much like he has all season, much like he has this whole playoffs, scores a goal. Very early for the Brawlers.
Very early on White Castle, throwing the body, going to get Stefano going the other way. Anbu falling back into that triangle. Shots 6-0 Brawlers. Stefano on that far side. White Castle going to work his way in. Good job by the Crusaders to get bodies in the way. Also, happy birthday tomorrow, Kamikaze. Fish and Stefano. Stefano getting the better of that. Back to Ascend. Send down low. Working it. Gets it back to Stefano, who makes his way down low. And you see that immediate little switch that they get going out to White Castle in the slot. Big save there by Gabish. Anbu going the other way now. Fish down low. He's going to run right into White Castle, but Hawk's going to do a real good job getting that right back. Shrugging off the body, getting a nice chance there, getting a shot on board. Great job there by Hawks. Fish and Stefano in the Brawlers zone. Stefano gonna jump early. Fish gonna win that, but out of the zone. Can Thrasher Fan get there in time? Yes, he can. He's gonna try and get that down to Fish. He's gonna ring around. Is Hawks gonna get there? No, ref's gonna blow the whistle. 8:41. We are gonna have a face-off in the Crusaders zone.
Seems like there was that early goal, and then just been a lot of defensive and great goalie effort on behalf of the Crusaders in the way that they played since that point.
Yes, sir. A lot of back and forth breaking through, though. Great job by Hawks getting a great chance. Fish picking it up for the Crusaders. He's going to get this high slot. Backhand, forehand. Wow, nice job there. Anbu with some serious pushback. Stefano the other way with White Castle. What a poke by Thrasher Fan. Excellent play there by the Crusaders. Fish holding it, bringing it in. Ascend meeting him early. But he's going to get it back in. Warriors pushing around. The guy's trying to take him down. Hawks down low. He's going to spin. He's going to try and get that out in front, but Ascend in the way of that. Crusaders stepping up. Good job by Ascend to pick that off. And it's 3-on-2, kind of. And it's a 2-on-1 for sure. Castle Thrasher through the zone, or through the crease and out of the zone. Fish, lots of speed. But Ascend staying in the middle of that. You see Stefano down low. The hash marks for the Brawlers. He's going to get that out in front. Nice save by Gabish. And the Crusaders are just content to reset. Nice move by J-Man Fish. Can they get something going here right at the end? Gets it out in front. Highborn and Ascend both in front of that one. Gets the wraparound. They score!
Everybody's been so patient, so patient. Not a lot of aggression, taking quick shots here and there when they can, and this is another well-timed shot there. Just able to wrap around and get a good first goal for the Crusaders.
Big win there by J-Man Fish as well. Thrasher Fan up to Fish. Fish to the middle. He's going to cut in. Right into the slot. Going to hold it. He's going to go wrap around. Nice job by Ascend laying the body. 4 seconds left. Can we see the Brawlers get a last-second shot here? We will not. And we've got a 1-1 game, and I think the Crusaders will take that 10 times out of 10. Looking at the lineup they're going up against.
Well, how about the goaltending of Anbu? Faced 9 shots already in the first period. There's quite a lot of shots to take early on, especially when you're trying to feel each other out. Normally, we don't see 14 shots combined in the first period. And I just want to say, I forgot to say on the stream with Hawks, he's a big game player. He had some really, really big goals in our Game 6 and Game 7 for the VV6L when we played that. So he's no stranger to playoff heroics.
We got the chat talking about it too. We got Showstopper on Ambu's side because he loves a good underdog story. Let's see if these underdogs can keep performing here in the second, and it's going to be in the Brawler zone, picked up by Hawks. He gets it back to Thrasher at the point. Cutting to that right, Fish holding it. The Brawlers content to just collapse in that triangle. Fish gonna left trigger his way down low. He tries to get it out in front. Pigeon's gonna intercept that and send it the other way. And we got another 2-on-1 and Stefano and White Castle in a 2-on-1 scenario. Will terrify any defenseman, any goaltender, hell, any center. It's never fun. Nice save there. Ooh, Gabish says, you know what? Let's go the other way quick. Catch him sleeping. Fish taking it down with his speed. Really driving to that left side. But again, the physicality of the Brawlers coming into play. Castle with a send. Castle trying to work his way through. Good job by Thrasher fan and Hawks playing a perfect 2-on-2. Getting it down there to Fish. He gets it up or back to Thrasher. I should say Thrasher shoots. He scores.
Oh, big goal for Ambu right there facing this line. Also, what a play by Thrasher and the boys down there in the defensive zone.
That's a heartbreaker. You make that save. He's in his butterfly, saves it, and it still trickles in. That's a tough one to give up.
I always keep saying shoot that puck because EA, oh my goodness, before we can even finish that, Hawks scores.
Like I said, he's a big game player.
Oh,
He shows up in the biggest moments.
Goal. I'm pretty sure that was a pass, too.
It was 100% clipped off something in front, and just like that, from a 1-0 Brawlers lead to a 3-1 Crusaders lead, this has been an insane second period.
And we're just a few minutes into it.
Fish, Stefano lined up again, won by J-Men Fish, who's having himself a great night in the draw in this early night in the draw so far. Oh, he's going to go tell his teammates about it for a second. It's going to be the Brawlers going back the other way. Ascend, Luckin, cutting, backhand, Gabish says Nabish. That was always never going to land. Fish going the other way now at center ice, flips it down. Gabish says, nah, bitch. Whatever. It's going to be Stefano coming down for the Brawlers. He gets it back to Ascend. Ascend doing a great job taking his space, finding his time. Got Castle on that right side. He's looking. Stefano and Castle trying to find the open spot, and it's going to be Castle on the right side. He's looking, he gets it across. Gabish holding that one and sends it out to Fish. And we're going to have the Crusaders going the other way. Hawks down low, going to try and get that out in front, but Stefano absolutely obliterates him. It's a nice little reset here for the Brawlers, getting it down the ice. Ascend in the high slot, getting it over to Stefano, and he's going to want that shot back 10 times out of 10 because he shoots it right at Gabish. It's going to allow the Crusaders to go the other way, and Fish on that left side has been having a lot of success. Not there, though. He eats his own neck. Castle now down the right side, goes back in. What a save by Gabish. Some quick pressure showing up, but the Crusaders do a great job of killing it and then getting a little bit of boost back, getting that puck out of the zone. Just reset. Thrasher fan on that left side, going to try and get it to Hawks. Hey, you know what? Let's get a whistle. Everybody grab a hot dog. 4:22 left in the second.
Is that what happens on the bench?
I think so. Well, when I play Beer League, yeah.
Okay.
Fish winning this one. No, he doesn't. He loses it. My apologies. I don't know directions. Castle down low. Nice save by Gabish. Another quick whistle. Whoops. There we go.
Quick shout out to Gabish real quick. He's having himself a game against this line in the net.
He is. He very much is. 14 saves so far. Absolutely killer. It's going to be Ascend bringing it down. He gets it to Stefano. Gabish add another one to his save total. White Castle gets it down low. Anbu doing exactly what this line was put out there to do, and that's give the top line the fits. Thrasher getting back in time. Great defense by Thrasher fan on a send. And it's going to be Anbu going the other way. Fish taking it to the middle. Can he go backhand? No. Pigeon. Oh, he's going to get out in front. Big save by Highborn. Oh, no. 2-on-1 the other way, though. Stefano, White Castle. Great job by Thrasher fan again, having himself a game. Ascend at the point over to White Castle. Gabish takes it, and he's going to hold that one. We got 4 seconds left.
These are always high-tempo pace games. They are fast because the puck is swinging back and forth right now, trading chances at either end.
Fish and Stefano, 3.9, I'm assuming, left on the clock because it just said 4. One back by Stefano. Ascend is going to get it. He's going to rip, and Gabish gets one more save added to the total. We have got a 3-1 Anbu Crusaders lead going into 3.
What a performance so far by this this lineup on the Crusaders to play against the offensive weapons that they are playing against, and the score to be what it is, 3-1 in their favor. So credit to this lineup, because I don't know that everyone would have anticipated this would have been the lineup for the Crusaders, and they are playing quite well against, considering their opponent.
Well said.
Mike, Master, we saw that both teams' quote-unquote second lines have not had a very successful playoff so far. Here now, I don't want to pump their tires too much because I don't want to jinx anybody, but when you looked at these two lines before this game started, would you have ever seen 3-1 Anbu going into the third?
With this particular line, unless maybe it was against like both second lines, I can see that happening. But I mean, it's, sometimes EA does EA things and puts goals in that probably shouldn't go in, and you just kind of got to battle against it, and this is what it's come to.
Can Anbu hold here in the third? Mikey, we'll get to you right away here, but we've got a third period starting. Shots 18-8, Brawlers, but they are down 3-1 here against the Anbu Crusaders, and it is going to be Stefano winning that one from Fish, and it's White Castle starting things off down low, right back to Ascend, and you can see both teams playing that man-to-man triangle with a little bit of disruption here or there. Stefano down low, he's going to rip that short side. Gabish gloves it and sends it out and sends his Crusader brethren the other way. Good job there by White Castle laying the body, though, and it is going to be Ascend one-on-one against Fish, and J-Men Fish take a bow, son, having himself a game, throwing that body, getting that puck right back. Right into the Brawler zone, tries a little bit of a toe drag, but that's not going to get by, and this is where the Brawlers are so dangerous. Any 2-on-1, Stefano can hold, go backhand, scores.
I also feel like it needs to be said there's still plenty of time. It's only a 2-goal lead, so now it's only 1, and there's still plenty of time, so this should be an interesting third period.
Stefano and the Brawlers making it a 1-goal game, and they get the puck right back, looking to tie it up. Ascend fires a bit of an errant pass there. That's going to be picked up by Anbu, and it's going to be Fish going the other way, using that speed. Stefano going to try and knock him over, but Warrior helping him out. Big shot by Hawks, better block by Castle. Ascend over to Stefano, back to Ascend. He gets it down low. Big save off the one-timer there by Gabish. Big body down low there by Castle against Hawks. Fish coming down to help him out. Thrasher getting the puck off the boards there over to Hawks, and they've got speed going down that wing. Big rig for Hawks, getting it back to Thrasher fan. Back to Hawks. Back to Thrasher fan. He's going to try and get that down low, but the body comes into play quick, and we got White Castle. He's got 2 friends. Hawks only has 1, but he doesn't need it. He plays some great defense. Castle in front. Great save by Gabish.
Gabish, 22 shots and still standing with not many going through, so still a stellar performance this far, and even in almost halfway through the third period.
Fish and Stefano here in the Crusader zone 1, back by Fish. Again, very impressive in the dot for him. Pass gets broken up, but he's going to get it right back. Getting this down low. Can Hawks get to this? Yes, he can. And he's got big rig. He goes short side, but Pigeon holds that post. Aaron pass down low. Is this going to be icing? Nope, but it is going to be Thrasher fans starting things off for the Crusaders. 8:40 left here in the third. Crusaders up by 1. Thrasher going to hold, wait, gets it back. He was in a spot there. Good job there by Whitecastle hitting him. And we are going to have the Brawlers coming down. It's Whitecastle getting it out in front to ascend, but good team defense. Starts with Hawks in front, and then he's going to get it back down the wing, and the glass is going to go ka-cheesh.
Crusaders' second line has played some really good team defense so far.
That they have 6:27 left here in the third. Whitecastle down the wing here for the Brawlers. Great job there by Thrasher to get that stick in there. And we are going to see 3 Crusaders down low, protecting their net, not letting things go through. Ascend going to try and get that. Great job by Hawks to read that. Ascend fighting him, though, gets it right back. What a job. Great job there by Thrasher fan, blocking that sure goal. Fish now, 4 minutes left here, out of the zone, gets it up to Hawks. He's going to try and fight one-on-one with Ascend, who is bringing all of that aggression. Fish just ringing it around the boards. 3 minutes left here in the third. And we are going to have the Brawlers setting up. They've got some time, but they are running out. Nice job there again. Great team defense, and it's going to be Hawks going the other way. He's got Fish on the far side, but Ascend gets that active stick in there to break that up. Hawks now spins back and just drops it back down low. Ascend down the wing here. Looks to get in front of Stefano. 3 Crusaders on him. Fish taking it in. Oh my goodness, what a finish here. 45 seconds left. Ambu still up by 1. 44 seconds now. Fighting along the boards there. Thrasher fan activates down low. It's going to get it to Hawks, ripping it on net. 36 seconds left here. Brawlers trying to tie this game, force some overtime. It's going to be Stefano down low looking for Whitecastle. Great defense there by the Crusaders. It's going to be Fish going down the other way now. He's going to have Hawks in the middle. He's going to go 5-hole. It's going to go off the post far side. And it is going to be the Brawlers taking it right back down south. Castle goes in, left triggers, doesn't get it to go. 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Fish dumps it down low. Can you believe it? The second line of the Anbu Crusaders take down the insane top line of the back alley Brawlers in game 1. Oh my goodness. And before anybody asks, you could say Rag, he threw it back down into the zone right away. So if he were to like hold it or like if they reset, then maybe, but he just gave up possession right away, which is actually them getting it back quicker than what he could have done. So that's how I view it anyway. We'll talk about it after.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think that was anything too egregious. What a game by the Anbu Crusaders. I cannot believe it. Like, what just happened, guys?
You cannot... Sorry, go ahead, BA.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was just going to say, you cannot stress enough how much of a huge win that is for the Crusaders not playing their top line tonight. For that second line to go out and get at least one is just huge for the momentum for the Crusaders going into these finals.
I was just going to give admiration to the fact that the Crusaders at no point during that last couple minute flurry did they ever say, hey, let's hold on to the puck for a second, just kill some time. They were still gunning for a goal. They didn't feel safe at all. They just were constantly going after it. So I understand one goal is not that much of a lead, but still I figured they would try to slow it down for a second, just try to slow pass and see what they could do. But credit to the way that they won that game, just like Disaster said. Second line win the way that they did. Gabish in net, who's if you look at the overall stats of the playoffs so far for Gabish, maybe not that great, but in this game when it matters most, Gabish played an incredible game, facing tons of shots, But also, let's notice in that last flurry, we saw his 22 shots pretty early on in that flurry, and it didn't increase at all. So, again, credit to the Crusaders and the way that they played, especially in those last moments. Also, a great performance by the Brawlers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Brawlers did have a lot of shots, but if you look at the way that second line for the Crusaders played their defense, they didn't allow a lot of high percentage shots, so they kind of forced the Brawlers just to throw something on net to try and get it to, maybe trickle in. But it's again, it came down to the way they played defense and the fact that Gavish had an absolutely insane game.
I've never seen Thrasher Fan do what Thrasher Fan just did. And I don't mean that as an insult to Thrasher Fan, but Thrasher Fan,
For sure, though.
at
Played
every point
insane.
in that third, there was a couple times where I was like, oh, he's in a real bad spot here. And he just nailed the poke check, or he covered the guy. Like, it was 10 out of 10. Insane. Playoff Thrasher, exactly showstopper. There's a new
Yeah.
one.
Yep. See?
Felt like we were watching Showstopper out there on the ice in the finals for a second.
It really was, and but I mean the team defense too around it. J-Men in the dot, Hawks with the goals. I mean I would have, if there was ever VV betting, I would have lost so much money that game because I
Right.
was sure. And again, I don't mean this as an insult to the Amber Crusaders because they shut me up easily. I was sure we were seeing a Brawlers 1-0, and then I was like, okay, then they're gonna blah blah blah. No, that is disaster. I think you were the one that said it. That win cannot be overstated in terms of importance. Insane.
A huge win. Also, you about made me choke and spit Dr. Pepper out when you said that betting thing.
Oh yeah, I would have been screwed
That took me off guard.
because I'm very interested to see how we're gonna see the Brawlers bounce back here. Because I think if you're the Brawlers, you still had over 30 shots. It could have just been some, game one nerves. They come back, they win this. They can't lose two. You can't play top line against a team's quote unquote second line and lose two. The series is just over then at that point. But this, I didn't have anything in the notes for this.
Yeah. Well, I really think the Brawlers bounce back. I don't see anyone winning 2 in a row tonight. I really don't. I think the next game is the Brawlers game. They got all the shots they could possibly get. And realistically, one of those goals was an EA goal. I mean, the goalie was there, stopped it. It just trickled in. So I see this being a tight game again, but I feel like the Brawlers are gonna come out on top in game 2.
I don't even know anymore. I don't. I have no predictions of anything.
No, I agree with what Mikey said. It's a law of averages. I mean, with that many shots going toward the net, eventually that is going to pick up. If you look at the differential between the two teams, as good as the Crusaders played, given the lines that you take into consideration, while the Crusaders might have great players on their line, they still got to put more offensive output because you can't rely upon that efficiency clearly, based on the kind of goals that we saw at certain points. So.
Well, it's a law of averages too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Playoff Gabish, man. What a start for him in the finals.
Truly. But I think you called it out in the middle of the game. That team defense has been something special. The way that all three of them were crowding any shot that went towards the net made it real hard for anything to get through to Gabish at a certain point towards the end of the game. But Gabish prior to that point was knocking everything out of the way for the most part.
Oh, he was most definitely locked in. But yeah, that team defense there from that second line They did not make it easy on that top line for the Brawlers and just didn't let them get the easy looks that they've had for most of for a lot of the playoffs with the way they play together.
Do we think we're going to see changes? Is that what's possibly causing delays? No. Okay.
No, I think we're seeing started
Sure.
things. So, sorry, I'm just talking to him quick here, just giving a quick ruling.
Yeah, I think if you're the Brawlers, you come back in game 2, that same line, just play your game and show them why you made it here, and I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah.
And Nastimus is right. Where is game 2?
Oh, sorry. I'm just ruling on something here. There we go. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
Yes, sorry everyone. We we love getting DMs during these live streams. Holy showstopper. I don't know if you just saw that, Sean, or not, but he just gifted 20 subs out there. Big shout out to Showstopper, man. Every red cent. Hit him.
All right, yeah, 20 isn't worth it. As always, every red penny that the VVHL sees goes directly back into the league. So any subscriptions, bits, cheers, anything that you decide that you're so or oh so generous to provide, just know that it all goes directly back into the league to pay for everything that we do. We just re-upped the website a little while ago. I'm sure we're going to have some nice little jersey giveaways and things like that on the horizon, especially for the draft coming up and probably the finals. I mean, I would think so.
And our 3-year anniversary.
And our 3-year anniversary. Oh, Mike, you shouldn't have. But it is going to be. It is going to be an absolute blast. And if you want to see where we're getting our merchandise from, kxk.com. Hold on, I just want to make sure I just want to make sure the code is still the same.
VVHL 15.
I think so.
Yes, sir. 15% off, and I believe they're still doing free shipping.
Oh, dang it. Why is my computer doing this now? Don't do this now. 1 second. I think we're still good.
Showstopper, what a beauty, man. 20 subs, that's crazy.
Yes, everything that we get goes directly back into the league, so we appreciate you very, very, very much. That's what it is. KXKshop.com /pages/VVH. Use code 15 or VVHL 15 for 15% off, and it is awesome quality. We absolutely love it. And I think they're even in the chat with us here tonight, so we appreciate the heck out of you. It's been an awesome partnership. We love you. But we have also got Game 2 action now that everything's taken care of. And we got the Brawlers picking up right where they left off in the Crusaders zone. Ascend at the point. They've got the pressure meter going. He's got White Castle on that right side. Great job by Thrasher Fan on the block, and he's going to get it up to Fish outside of the zone. They're losing their boost, but they are going to get a reset here. White Castle down that right side. He's got Stefano in the middle. He left triggers his way into the middle. Gabish still standing tall on those.
So far, more of the same of what we're seeing, just without the goals from the last game.
Ascend gets it up to Stefano out of their zone. Castle bringing it in. He gets it over to Ascend. Ascend looking center, gets it over to Stefano. Gabish again. What a save. Fish now using his speed the other way. He's got Hawks across off the post. Wow, what a chance there for the Crusaders. Fish going to be working it around. He gets knocked off the puck, but gets back up and they reset. Bringing it in. He's going to meet a big old shoulder of White Castle, and he's going to be going the other way. White Castle through Gabish. Nice save. Picked up by Hawks. The Brawlers haven't had a lot of second and third chances off of some of these shots. The Crusaders doing a great job getting that puck out. 35 seconds here left in the first 0-0. Shots are 9-4 Brawlers. But we are going to have a face-off in their zone right at the end here of the first. And that is one there by the Crusaders. Just goes wide. What a chance. 5 seconds. Gets it out in front. But the Brawlers block that. Go the other way. And we've got a 0-0 game after one.
Crazy.
Wow,
I didn't
what a
expect that.
first hit.
Did not expect a shutout period here.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be the one to bring up a difficult subject, but I think we need to drug test Gabish. I'm sorry. I think he's clean.
That's right. Your drug test just came back clean. Can you explain this?
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
Ambu had 2 really good looks there that period that could have gone in. You know they want those back here. Especially that one off the post to Hawks. You know he wants that one back.
Can one of these teams make a statement here in this second period? Let's find out together. Fish and Stefano lining up at center ice. That's going to be one back by Fish. Thrasher Fan picking it up in his own zone. Gets it down the ice. Hawks. Oh, tries to get it back to Thrasher. That's going to go just wide. Fish trying to find his way down that left side. The physicality of these Brawlers coming into play again. Fish fighting Stefano down low, using his body to get that puck back. He's got Hawks streaking down. But Ascend getting in the way of that. Can the Crusaders set something up? Gets it out in front. He shoots. He scores! Fish winning this one back after they take a 1-0 lead. This line playing with house money right now. Fish bringing it down into the brawler zone, working that left side, tries to get another one out in front, just goes wide. Hawks picks it up, goes wraparound, just goes through the crease. Brawlers picking it up, and it's White Castle with Stefano on that far side. What a save by Gabish on White Castle. Ascend getting that rebound. He goes short side. Gabish standing tall again. Thrasher fan bringing it down. Decides to hop for some reason, and that is going to be Stefano going the other way. Good job there by the Crusaders to shut that down, though, and it is going to be Fish again into the zone, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, those brawlers really do play a tight blue line. Castle, though, going to bring it in. He's going to get it over to Stefano. He scores!
He was the first to score on the Brawlers in the first game. Doing it again here in this game. Hawks been playing well. Wraparound goal in the first game, and obviously kicking it off here for the Crusaders.
He's kind of their engine that gets them going. He's always the fire starter. He leads the way in the scoring. He leads by example, and you just saw him do what he did.
Oh, big save there, too. But Stefano just scored, did he not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I heard Hawks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought. Did I say
Yeah,
Hawks?
No. The first person I talked about was Stefano, and then the second person I talked about was Hawks.
Oh, my apologies. I was still on.
Welcome to High Guys,
Oh, good.
figuring it out, and it is White Castle tying the game. He scores. Or is that the lead?
That would be the lead.
I thought
Yes,
so.
sir.
I got so confused by everything else we were talking about that I didn't know what I was talking about. Brawlers getting themselves a 1-goal lead for the second time in this series. Can the Crusaders answer back like they did before? Hawks over to Fish. Fish making his way. They're twisting and turning down low to Hawks. Hawks down low. Look at the tight triangle here from the Brawlers. Oh, it's a big hit there on Stefano. Hawks going the other way. Ascend's going to have the speed on him. Can he get the pass across? He cannot, but he's got Thrasher fan at the point. Thrasher going to rip one from the point there. Right into Stefano's shin guards. And we got White Castle trying to get it to Ascend. Nope. Back and forth. Defense into offense. Fish getting a little bit of boost back. What a power move. Great save by Highborn.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that on the ice.
Yeah, that speed boost was insane. Fish and Stefano again, one back to Thrasher fan. Thrasher's gonna look, he's gonna rip it. Nice little attempt at a tip there. That just goes wide. Ascend, getting it out of the zone. The Crusaders are gonna be able to reset. Stefano over to Ascend. Turning south, gets it in over to White Castle. White Castle tries to get it down low. That's going to be turned over. It's the Crusaders going the other way. Fish gets past him. Forehand. What a save by Highborn. Insane save there to keep his team in the lead. And it's going to be Fish hitting that high slot. Gets it over to Hawks. They get it going left and right. Fish trying to get that across there too. They can't get it going. 2 seconds, 1 second. It is going to be a back alley Brawlers lead, 2-1 going into the third. What a period, gentlemen.
Still a battle.
What if-
Still a grind. Still both teams still trying to seemingly figure out some consistency and some flow. But this has been still a joy to watch, despite maybe the lack of offensive output, because these two teams playing the chess match that they are right now has been a joy.
I couldn't agree more. Both teams are playing very well defensively.
A
Mikey.
1-goal game. If you're the back alley Brawlers, you got to try and hold on here. You get 20 minutes to even the series up, and I think they just got to stay consistent, keep doing what they're doing.
Yes, sir. It is going to be a battle back and forth here in the third. And Boo, like I said, kind of playing with house money on this one because they've got Mewtwo and ISO sitting in the shadows, knowing that because of the way that they've set it up here, they're going to have 2 games against the Brawlers' second line. So this, I don't think it's outlandish to say that this is an absolutely must-win here for the Brawlers.
It's as close to a must-win that you can get, without a doubt. I mean, the series by all means, isn't over if they lose this one, but I really feel they need this one. You can't let Ambo go up 2-0.
Let's see if they can do it. Stefano getting knocked off the puck, and Fish going to flick it out. It is going to get out of the zone. White Castle picking it up, though, gets it right back in. He gets it over to Ascend. Ascend working his way, keeping White Castle right behind him. They got a little something cooking up here, I think. Castle at the point. Using that right stick, gets it across. Thrasher fan all over Stefano on that left side. Gets it. What a pass to Fish. We are also going to have a penalty shot coming up here. I think it's going to be Hawks against Pigeon.
Ooh.
Something
Oh,
most
bird.
foul.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. I do declare. Hawks 1-on-1 against Pigeon to tie the game. He flicks it. Highborn ain't falling for that one. We have still got a Brawlers lead.
This is that period where seconds feel like hours for the Brawlers.
Big win there by Stefano, and they get going the other way. Castle down that side as he does so well. Ascend there. You can see he's looking for one of Stefano or one of White Castle. They're trying to get that 1T to go, but these Crusaders team has done such a good job of blocking those lanes so far. Castle down that right side, back to Ascend. They keep moving it back and forth. Ascend cutting to the right. He's going to look. He spins. High slot, tries to get it down low, picked off by Hawks, and now we're going to see Ambu go the other way, and Fish has got speed down that right side, but Castle's got that great positioning. Oh, Hawks gets it. Gets the rebound back and forth behind the net. Great work there, not doing anything too quick. Fish now shrugs off the hit. Great job by him there. They've got full pressure. Tries to get it out in front. Castle down low. Oh, that's going to get through. And that is going to be on Stefano's stick. And I can't stress how big that is. My goodness, the fact that got through is so good for the Brawlers there. Hawks now, he's going to bring it right back in. He's got Thrasher at the point, and he's going to use him. Thrasher looking, rips it. Highborn pushing that into the corner, picked up by Fish. Nice block there by either Ascend or Stefano. And they're going to be going the other way again. We are reaching the 10-minute mark of the third. Brawlers still up 2-1. Shots are way more even than last game, 14-13, but Brawlers still ahead. Ascend's got Stefano on that left side. Gavish gets that glove out. What a save.
What a save.
Hawks tries to get it to that left, but that's going to go off the board. Stefano now down that left side. I'm sorry, that is Ascend there. Gets it over to White Castle. Hawks with a huge block. Stefano going to pick off that pass too. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1, and it's Highborn White Castle in front, and he scores.
What a beast.
Second goal of the game so far. I do find it ironic that Castle and Stefano both do levitation, and their teammate's name is Ascend, who doesn't.
Speaking of Ascend, he's got that puck in the high slot. Oh, that's just going to get out of the zone there. Going to reset. That is going to be a trip. Fish is going to trip Ascend, and we are going to see the goalie go for it here. 3-on-2 the other way. Ascend tries to get it down low. Hawks shuts that down. 5:13 left in the third. Brawlers with a chance to make it a 3-goal game. Ascend, Gabish, 1-on-1 in a pivotal spot of this third period. Send down, makes his cuts, goes backhand, scores! Well, I
Kevin
think
came
the
into
Brawlers
the,
did what they had to do in this one so far. I know we've got 5 minutes left, and it's only a 3-goal lead, but this is exactly what the Brawlers needed to do in a must-win game. Gets it out in front. Gavish with a ridiculous glove save. Stefano, you can just see him playing with a whole different level of urgency that they didn't quite have in that first game. They know they've got to win this game. They know they've probably got to win the next one against what I would guess is going to be the top line from the Crusaders. But as far as the word heroic goes, we have not seen a win like we did in game 1 in quite some time, where a line like that came out and just performed. They performed admirably in the second game, but now we see why this Brawlers team has won so many games and find themselves in the finals. Castle down low. He's looking 56, tries to get it out in front. Good job there by Hawks to get it. Fish now going to go the other way. Can he get something going here? They got 50 seconds left. It is a full minute. But these Brawlers got that puck right back. They go the other way, and Stefano gets knocked off the puck. Good job there by Thrasher fan again. Castle down low. Big body play here again by the Crusaders. Hell of a game by both teams, but you really see the shot difference in the third and the fact that the Brawlers really took control of it from there. Thrasher fan going to cut across. White Castle tries to go backhand. 15 seconds. Final 10 here. Game 2. Brawlers are going to tie the series 1 apiece, but this second line of this Ambu Crusaders team came out and did what they had to do. Gentlemen, who are we going to be seeing in Game 3?
I think it's time that they're going to make that change. I think we're going to start seeing that lineup we're expecting to see.
Change for once in their life. Sorry.
Keep going. No.
They're gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. ISO on the rise.
Or do we see the Brawlers make a change here and let their second line come out to play and see if Ambu's going to keep theirs out and just let that top line ride all night tomorrow?
If I'm the Brawlers, I'm sticking with this line for 3 games tonight. On a honest level here, I don't think you want to have G-Wits, Kamikaze, and Bulky out there facing the likes of ISO Mewtwo and Prime G-Funk with Bosa in that. I think you have to stick with this line and see if they can get you up in the series 2-1, and then just be ready to roll. Be ready to roll tomorrow. But I think if I was the Brawlers, I'd stick with this, because you're about to get a very tough test staring you down the other end of the matchup.
Yeah, I think the Brawlers have to keep that lineup, because here's the reality of the situation as far as things go for the Brawlers from here on out. Anbu can play the same line, their top line, a line that has put up darn near regular season points in the playoffs. They can play them the next 4 games, the next 5 games, actually.
Yep.
So they know exactly who they're going to be playing for this next while. I think either way, whenever this top line comes back in for the Brawlers, whether it's now or tomorrow, they're going to be playing that line. So why not play them while you're A, warm, and B, they're coming in cold?
That's true.
Absolutely. I think that's the game plan. I don't have any insider knowledge to if they're going to do that. Very anxious to see. I'm sure they're going to need a couple minutes to kind of reset their lobbies and get in who they need to get in and all that fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to see who adjusts which lineups.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think we might need, I don't know why, the Bula Josh stream is not giving me high quality options.
Also, huge credit to that second line of Ambu here tonight. They played 2 really complete games against this top line of the Brawlers. May not have gone their way that second game, but I mean, they were hanging with them and playing fantastically.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you, BA.
You're most welcome.
What'd I miss?
Oh, just we'll talk about it right away.
Okay.
When doesn't even have the fucking thing going yet? Let's take. I have to take a 2 or 3 minute break here, gentlemen. Talk amongst yourselves. What are we going to be seeing in Game 3? It's going to be awesome. I'll be right back. Bye.
Well, I'll lead this off. I'm seeing in the chat showstopper. Both sides have to go with the same lines. Game 3. I couldn't disagree anymore. I think Ambu's got an even bigger. They have a bigger arsenal of weapons ready, and they're like caged animals ready to get in this series. I can't not see Mewtwo, ISO, and Prime G-Funk show up in this game here.
Speaking of that, we got Mewtwo in the chat saying Game 3 on, so I think that's an indicator that we're going to see Mewtwo, ISO, and G-Funk.
Well, it's either that or the game is happening right now, and
Oh. Yeah,
Sean's
that's
not here
true.
to click the multi-Twitch stream.
That
That's,
might be true.
Yeah. So Sean picked a tough time to leave. I don't know how to do it. So we'll see what's happening here. Quick talk about a Reggae Crunch. I think both teams should just burn their timeouts and help us out for a second. That would be lovely. You are also supposed to wait for our command to stream, but I digress.
All hail our fearless leader, Mikey Diesel.
Just seeing if I can send a quick message. All right, I'm seeing Showstopper in the chat saying, "Hey Diesel, you're the best at this." First of all, thank you so much. I am really not the best at this, but I appreciate your kind words. Secondly, has that game started or not, please? Because they should not have started that game quite yet until Sean said he was ready. So if someone can in the chat can let me know if you have started that game, what's going on, because I just want to make sure that we get game 3 fully streamed here. BA, what do you think is going to be happening in this next game as far as lines go?
I'm gonna definitely expect there to be some shifts. I can't imagine that we're gonna see the same line from the Crusaders in Game 3. I don't know for sure, but I just wouldn't. I'd be surprised if that's what they're gonna maintain. And as far as what we're gonna see from the Brawlers, I think they'll keep the same.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, it's 1-0 Ambu right now, apparently.
Is there? Why is the? Because the stream says it is not on for me right now.
Yeah,
All right.
because they switched lines.
No, I know, but I'm looking at the new streamer. And
I don't
they're
know.
Not streaming. Do we have a stream?
If Bosa's messing around, I would be very displeased with the fact that he is playing games in the chat unless they are streaming.
Is the other option not an option? Let me see. 1 second.
I mean, yeah, we can use it. It's just not. It's like 360p. Yeah. Let me just do this and then enter.
If anyone has a better, clearer stream, please let us know in the chat.
Yeah, this one's kind of rough. Let's go live game 1. Oh, kill me. All right. Well, hey. Well, okay. Hey, how about that? Brawlers at home now. We got Stefano burying one to get things going. I haven't seen the lineup yet for either team. But it does look like we got the same
believe-
3 from... Like, it's, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
1-1.
Mewtwo. It's going to be Mewtwo, ISO, and
Prime G Funk.
Prime G Funk. Thank you. Yes, and that line absolutely killed for them in the semifinals there. Let's see. We got G Funk getting it down low to ISO. I mean, this is the matchup that we all waited for, right? The Stefano White Castle Ascend versus ISO Mewtwo G Funk line.
Oh, yeah.
And we just have to figure out which pixel is which team, and then we'll go from there.
I'm funneling my way to try and find someone with a better stream.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
ISO left triggering his way in. He's going to get met. Yeah, great job by the goalie to get out of the way there, too. Appreciate you. Was that Highborn in there still? I don't know. No. It's,
Yeah, that's Highborn.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that was his gamer or Twitch thing. Okay. Hey, you learn something new every time. Can we double box it? We'll get 2 of the same stream on. You know what? I'll do it. Don't you make me do it. Brawlers here. And I feel like what is another must-win game. We got to send working his way down low. We've seen them doing this the first 2 games. ISO and Mewtwo and G-Funk in the middle. It's going to be such a monster battle this whole game. To heck with the Super Bowl. We want the LT Bowl. Hell yeah. Lawrence Taylor presents Cocaine. Stefano and ISO. That is going to be a matchup in the dot that we get to see all game, and that is very fortuitous for us right now. ISO bringing this one down low. Over to Mewtwo. Mewtwo in the middle. Good poke check there by Ascend. Pushing that off to the side. Look at them box him out. Active stick there by Ascend again. Prime G with it. Rips it. Nice save there by Highborn. He's going to throw it out. I love a good throw out. And that is the end of the first period.
Going back to what you just said a minute ago, Sean, I will agree with you. I think this is a must-win for the Brawlers because if they go down 2-1 here in this game and their second line's coming out tomorrow to play at least 2 games at some point tomorrow, that could spell disaster for the Brawlers really quick.
They can go up 2-1 here. Then they just have to win 1 more game tomorrow against his top line to force a game 7 to do best v best. And again, I'm not trying to say that these games are a foregone conclusion or anything like that, but statistically, the second line of the Brawlers has had some issues this playoffs, and they're going to be playing against, statistically, the highest offensive output line of the whole playoffs. So one would think that would put a team in a little bit of trouble. But right now, we got top line versus top line, and it is fantastic. Minus the fact that the stream keeps dying.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
it
Sean,
actually
you two
did.
saying that he can get Bosa to stream if you want to do a goalie view that's potentially clear.
Yeah, let's do it. We got a goalie view anyway. Oh, yeah, sweet. Let's go. Appreciate you. Bosa and Mewtwo. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. All the pixels. Let's go. We're back in it, baby.
Really haven't generated anything
Ascend is going to get this one down low. 2-on-1 the other way. Stefano in. What a poke check by Bosa. We got a first-person view of that one. Technically third person. I don't know. I don't care. Oh, it's going to squeak in off the pad.
You hate to see that if you're Bosa. He played that so well.
Brawlers getting that 1-goal lead. There's 18 minutes left here in the second. It's early. Ooh, great pass there by ISO. Trying to set up Mewtwo. Mewtwo ever so sneaky. Back to ISO. ISO in that high slot. Look at him go. But White Castle. Tall to the task on that one. Ascend going to set up in his own zone. Get it up to Stefano. Back to Ascend. Back to Stefano. He's got White Castle high in the slot. But G-Funk's got the puck. That's going to lead to ISO going the other way. Down low, left trigger. Back to G-Funk. Shoots. What a save by Highborn.
He's doing a great job in net right now. Highborn's pretty locked in.
ISO and Stefano clashing here again. Shots 5-4 Brawlers. They got the 2-1 lead. Ascend bringing it in over to Stefano. Stefano down low. White Castle getting that loose puck. He's going to turn. He's going to look. He's got Ascend on that left side. Ascend can't get the shot off. He's going to look. Working the perimeter. Spins, tries to get it down low. ISO knocking him off, but getting the puck right back. On that left side. Tries to get down low. Mewtwo misses. Tries to get it to Stefano, but G-Funk, last man back in that little close-knit corner there, getting the puck, and he gets it up to Mewtwo. And Mewtwo's going to have it down low. One-on-one with Highborn. Highborn holding that short side. Great save. Brawlers penalty shot here at the end.
Oh, and it's Ascend.
And backhand, Bosa standing tall. We also got G-Wits in the chat saying, or the second line of the Brawlers comes out and shuts all your mouths for good. I will eat my words gladly, G-Wits. You have all the bulletin board material you need right there. Let me get a knife and fork, and I will eat those words gladly. Ascend, picking it off, going the other way. He gets through. He gets it over to White Castle, who rips it. He scores!
Huge. That's why you stick with that line.
ISO and Stefano again. A Brawlers win here would completely flip the script and set up an even crazier Wednesday. The Crusaders win this one. I think they're sitting pretty heavy heading into tomorrow. White Castle one-on-one. He scores!
Wow. They're doing it. Yep. Smart timeout as well. These guys are doing everything they need to do to just keep their foot on their throats, stay down on that gas pedal, and try and take a 2-1 advantage in this series.
Oh, Bosa, you're the man. The fact that you picked up on that, you are my Mikey. I have to submit my unsung hero of the week for you right now.
For what?
Bosa for turning off the commentary volume. Oh my God, that was the only thing. And I was like, it's not his fault. That's fine. And then he turns. Oh God, dang.
We love you, Bosa. Thanks, buddy.
Brawlers 4-1, half the game left. This is not only a game that says, hey, we're going to be up 2-1 going into tomorrow. It also says top line against top line, you can't handle us. So, of course, we're going to do our best to get this to a game 7 if need be. Bosa standing tall on that one. Mewtwo the other way. Very surprised to see Ambu only with 4 shots. I almost jinxed him as I said it. Only 6 shots for him so far. This top line versus top line matchup has been quite different than what we saw originally, and it completely blows my mind that games 1 and 2 went the way they did after seeing the dismantling of Mewtwo and ISO that we're seeing right now. Yes, I'm putting bulletin board material up. I apologize to the Brawlers, but you are playing excellent hockey out there right now. Mewtwo down low, tries to go wrap around. Believe that was White Castle saying no. Good job getting in front of ISO in front of the net there too, not letting him get those tap-ins that they are oh so good at setting up. Mewtwo goes short side. Highborn saying no. Ascend and Stefano 2-on-2. Great left trigger there, and it's going to be Stefano going far side. What a save by Bosa. Insane. Back the other way. G-Funk off the pass from ISO. Great block there again. 1:14 left here in the second. White Castle goes backhand. Bosa doesn't even flinch. ISO now the other way. They got 30 seconds left. Can they make this a 4-2 game before the end of the second? Or are we going to see the Brawlers with a 3-goal lead after 40 minutes? They get it down low to ISO. ISO so dangerous in this spot. He rips it, and that's a big save by Highborn.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that was the third period. Yeah, this is amazing. Now, you have to remember that we will not see this Brawlers line until game 6, the earliest. Is that right?
5 or 6,
Yep,
because it's
game
1 in the
6.
first 4, 2 in the first 6. So technically, this
that's
line
right.
could play game 5.
I gotcha. And then game 6, they'd defer back.
They would have to go through second
Potentially,
line, yeah.
if they
that
need to be.
was-
Gotcha.
That was why, I mean, Ambu playing their line like that, we've never seen that, especially this deep in the playoffs, and we've never seen a line step up like that to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I were to show you the playoff stats up to this point and then show you a replay of what those guys did, you would not believe me. That game 1 was something and a half, that's for sure. But the Brawlers, to their credit right now, after feeling probably pretty shitty after losing game 1, have done a great job bouncing back in game 2. And then the next test that they had was top line against the best scoring line in the playoffs. And so far, they are coming out smelling like roses.
Absolutely. Do you happen to know, I don't remember if it was on that sheet, what they did against each other in the regular season, record-wise?
That wasn't on there. I was going to get it because it's only like 1 or 2 games, so I didn't want to put too much into it.
Oh, because of cross-division, correct.
Also trades and things like that. Anytime I've done it
Oh,
before, it'd be
that's
like,
fair.
those 2 guys aren't even there anymore.
That's right.
I figured
I was
with
just
all the
curious
playoffs.
as so team record, that's all.
No. It's not a bad thing to ask for. ISO, what a save by Highborn right off the bat. And this is what you have to watch for against Ambu, is they can score 4 or 5 goals before you can even finish saying, what the fuck just happened? On the flip side of that, again, when we were talking unstoppable force, immovable object, it is right now that unstoppable force putting some pressure on that immovable object. We got ISO. You can only contain him for so long, making this a 2-goal game. Ascend, bringing it down low. Another goal here for the Brawlers would sure feel good, because it really does not feel great when a 3-goal lead turns into a 2-goal lead. Ascend down to White Castle, backhand just misses the net. What a quick setup, what a quick play. Stefano on the turnaround, he's gonna left trigger. What a save by Bosa, and it's put into his own net, and I've done that 5,000 times, so I feel so much empathy for whoever that was. But they score!
Of all people, it was ISO.
The man just can't not score. And And I don't know what fuck off in French is, but I'm pretty sure that ISO just said it to me. And then that's a great job by Castle getting out in front. Over to Stefano again. Good block by ISO. He's going the other way. It is a 3-goal game, but like BA Superhero said, anything can happen in a VVHL third period. Funk gonna try and prove that right. Getting things started off here. Mewtwo down low on the right. He's gonna left trigger his way around. He's gonna get a little shifty with it. Gets it out in front. Prime with a shot. Great save there by Highborn. All his juice is gone. And it's Mewtwo the other way. He goes forehand. He scores!
Crusaders not afraid to take their time. Really work the pass.
Yeah, these boys got a lot of time.
Fucking.
If I could take you guys back to the last round, Soul Reapers versus Anbu Crusaders. Soul Reapers, in the one game that they won, were up by about 4 or 5 midway through the third period, and they only won that game because they scored maybe 2 more goals after that to just hold off the Anbu Crusaders. So if there's one thing Anbu can do, and I said it before and I'll say it again, it's score third period goals. It's going to be on the Brawlers to either shut that down or get a few of their own and really solidify this win. Ascend going to be bringing it into the zone. He's got White Castle to the left of him. We got the stream buffering. Whoa, Ascend's going to lose it there just off a skate. They're going to reset. Oh, excuse me. Just offside there. 9:43 left. 2-goal game shots. 14-13 Anbu, but they are down by 2.
Still a period of time where there's no need for a sense of urgency. Don't need to rush anything. Just don't play out of position.
See the Brawlers reset at center ice after a bit of physicality there. Ascend doing a great job getting that in, getting that safe, and getting that over to White Castle. White Castle cutting in, gets it to Stefano. He shoots, he scores!
Things may now need to be rushed.
There's no need to hit the panic button. He scores! They should probably hit that panic button. It's going to be Ascend, who has just been a gem all night, bringing that puck in. We're going to let it buffer a little bit just because we like still shots, and he's going to keep that puck at the point. Spinning, looking, twisting. He's going to break the fabric of the internet itself. Twist, turn, all along that perimeter. Over to Castle. Castle's got Stefano in the middle. But those Anbu Crusaders, this is what I was talking about. Not only can they score, they can throw the body, and that leads to turnovers. It's going to be Mewtwo over. Oh, my goodness, just off the post, and that is so unfortunate for Anbu. Mewtwo getting knocked off the puck as he tries to get it into the high slot there as well. He's still going to work it, though. He's going to try and get it in there. Stefano, this is where the defense of the Brawlers has worked so well. And Castle goes forehand. He scores!
These Brawlers are not joking around in Game 3, trying to create that separation between these lines.
Yeah, it's like every time they take a shot, they deliver like a shot twice as hard back, and I'm like, keep putting them down on the mat, waiting for them to stay down, and they're not doing it. Anbu keeps coming back for more.
Big save there by Pigeon. Down to White Castle. White Castle cuts middle, cuts back. Nice job there by the Crusaders and Bosa. Get that blocked away. Goes short side. Bosa having none of that. Tries to cut far side. Bosa and those Crusader defenders say no. Bosa says no, sir. I'm sorry. I will stop. It is an issue at this point. Ever since Mo said no took off, I've felt that high. Another couple of big saves by Bosa. 52 seconds left here. 4-goal lead for the Brawlers. For all intents and purposes, this series, it's going to be 2-1 all, and it's just going to bounce around. White Castle getting one more at the end. So, gentlemen, as much as I thought to myself, oh, this series is going to be over quick, after Anbu took game one. Absolute statement win here by the Brawlers. Top line against top line. To have this result, my goodness, are we in for a wicked Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, man. This tomorrow is going to be very interesting because now you got a lot of pressure on G-Wits, Kamikaze, and Bulky to go out there and do their thing and try and keep the pace with them again. While they're out there, they're going to be getting top lined from Ambu the rest of the way. I would assume.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow and potentially Thursday is all this line that we're seeing. That being said,
That's gonna be a tough task.
yeah, I mean, it is going to be 2-1 Brawlers going into tomorrow. We know that this line can play one game. So, I mean, I think tomorrow we're going to see games 1 and 2 be the second line, quote unquote, for the Brawlers. If they can pull off a win in one of those games and match the effort that we saw from Anbu in game 1, this is going to be a Brawlers championship.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree more.
But then stress, like chess wise, strategy wise, right now, I mean, Anbu got the best start possible. I mean, that is I cannot stress how big that game 1 win was. But then the Brawlers did exactly what they had to do to spin this back the other way. That win against, now they know hey, guess what? Top line against top line, 9-3. Yeah, you're going to probably make this series 3-2 at some point tomorrow. But then we get 2 more games of top line against top line to try and take you out, unless that second line, unless G-Wits can make me eat my words.
I mean, he is known to make people eat the ice, so.
Oh, yeah. He's had my guy eating pudding because jaw's been wired shut. They just kind of mush it in between the grills.
Mm-hmm.
But it is going to be an insane Wednesday, and I cannot wait for it. It's the second last roundtable of the season, and I feel so sad to say that. But, gentlemen, thank you so much. A big shout out to Nash and Infinite Madness for the graphics again. Absolutely awesome. We love to see it. Better not eat all day tomorrow, Shawty. We know that's not going to happen. We know my fat ass is going to eat at some point. Pierogies, anyone? But I can't wait. It is going to be great. Tomorrow is going to be nuts. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us. We are going to get this stream back up and running where we are potentially crowning a Season 10 champion. First of all, again, Infinite Madness and Nash, thank you guys so much for the graphics. Dan for the music. It's a team effort through and through here, and I absolutely love it. But also, shit, who the hell was I just going to thank? There was somebody I was like, I can't forget to thank. Fuck. Gentlemen, round table while I think about this. But I do want to say, Mikey, BA, and Disaster, thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight. It was a great night through and through. Great stuff. And anything to add before we call it a night?
I'll let Mikey go first if he's got anything.
Nope, just an amazing action-packed night. I didn't expect to see a team win 2 in a row tonight. Brawlers came out to play. They might have the edge both psychologically and just all the momentum and everything, but you also have to keep in mind the paths that these two teams took. Brawlers got tested really, really hard in the semifinals and conference finals with a back-to-back series against the Crease Police and then the South Beach Snipers. So those dudes are war-torn. They're ready to go. Anbu, in my humble opinion, had a little bit of an easier path. So they're really going up against the iron of the league right now. And yeah, it's going to be fun to watch for everyone. And I can't wait to see it. I'm just looking forward to it, man. Hopefully we can crown a new champ. I'm hoping we crown a new champ on Thursday. I'd like to see a Game 7. I know the fans here would. And doing it one more night would just be the best poetic way to end this season, Season 10.
best against best right until the very end. I cannot wait for it. Disaster, what do you think we're going to see tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I honestly, if you're the Brawlers, I think you let your quote unquote second line play those first two. See if they can maybe potentially get a big win for you, like Ambu's quote unquote second line did here tonight. And then, if you're Stefano and the boys, you're warming up while, you put the faith in those boys to go out there and get one for you and play game 6 if you need to force that game 7. And I think tonight, that last game there, top line on top line, that was a huge statement win for the Brawlers. And to kind of piggyback off of what Mikey just said, the Brawlers, they're battle tested. If you look at who they had to play to get to where they're at now, those boys are hungry and they really want that cup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. BA, are we seeing a game 7 or what are we seeing tomorrow?
I am good. I said game 7 from the beginning, so that's what I'll stick with, and that's what I'm hoping for, because this series definitely delivered some interesting games so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out tomorrow, and how these lineups continue to play each other, because the best on best I don't think is going to go the same every single time they play each other.
It's going to be very interesting. I think game 6 is going to be the one where we're all going to find out who's going to be winning this series. It is going to be awesome. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Thank you so much to everybody that has been watching. I remember who I was going to thank. Showstopper, you absolute beauty, for the 20 gifted. You son of a gun. Appreciate the heck out of you for that. As always, every red penny. My throat's fucked. I'm going to wait until tomorrow because I'm going to see, along with you, if we're going to be crowning a season 10 champion. We appreciate you so much joining us here tonight. We appreciate Ambu and the Brawlers for putting on such great games, and join us here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're potentially crowning a season 10 champion. We love you. We appreciate you. Big ups to everybody that made this possible. Thank you so much. 10 amazing seasons, 3 awesome years. All culminates potentially tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody. Peace out.